What is going on, guys? Back for another video. It's plant cutting update, or not a plant cutting, a plant update video. I want to show you guys how prolifically these plants have started growing. Here's the first plant. Remember we did the pruning video back in April on these, and man, was it good. These are always a little slower, but look at all the growth coming out. Just amazing. And this one is one of the leggier ones, even though it's the thickest one. And this one here, this one never performed. And all of a sudden now it is one of the best ones. So just look at that. This one was the one that always had dead in it throughout the whole season. And now look at it go. And this is, they still need to fill in quite a bit. So amazing there. Look at, I don't know what they're doing. I am sunburnt, so my legs are itchy. But look at that. Look at the growth on the side of this. Just insane. The centers usually always take a while to fill out with these, but they always do. And this one here, they've all been growing so nicely compared to before. Right now, before, even though it is June 1st today, typically they would still see so much dead. And right now, look at that. Just amazing. Especially from a distance if we look at the 4 plants. They're low to the ground, nice. And the Muga, or the white spruce plants that are struggling are candling out. I can get a view on that, yeah. So they are, but they can see they're getting overgrown with grass. And actually though, the areas that lost all the needles do have candles, so that's kind of nice to see. Even though they're dead, they are producing growth. So those sticks are not dead. Something just happened to the needles on them. So that should kind of help fill that plant in, which is really nice to see. They've been struggling, so it's kind of nice to see. This one here is actually, the front of it was dead, but the actual inside's doing okay. I like the cutout look. It actually adds quite a bit of look from the side right here, if you ask me. But it's doing pretty well. You can see the same thing. The center that's dying out actually does have a lot of new candles, new growths produced in there. Even in this area, it's got some. So every little area has some growth, which is a good sign for a plant that's was not doing as well. Over here, the big cedar trees aren't producing too much yet, but they will be in July, August area. They'll start producing pretty heavily, but they look pretty nice. Look at that. I'm gonna let them continue to put on growth for a couple more years before we prune them again, so it's gonna be a while. But the dogs are running around the yard, which, by the way, I mowed all this. It looks amazing. Look at these. This is our snowberry. They're kind of droopy, but man, are they producing. And out of the one area too, so not suckering all over, just out of the one area. But so I'm just gonna let them kind of be wild and do what they want. This one here is actually standing up pretty well, so we just gotta let those thicken up, and those will be good. And this one, it leaned, but there's actually some branches growing up, so if I ever want to prune that, I can do that. This one here is pretty heavy, but hopefully it strengthens a little bit. And I moved the fence outward so they have a little more room to grow, but if they can merge and just fill up the space, that'd be great. But right now they're looking pretty nice. Basically just a big bush. They leafed out really quick, instantly, no dieback, so they're healthy. We just got to get them to grow so they're not suckering all over. It'd be nice to have another plant there. If I can get that back into establishment, it'll become a normal plant again instead of just a shoot. This needs to be weed eated, but that's where our planter was. But that over there, yeah, it needs to grow back into a thick, sturdy plant, and then it'll be a plant like all the rest. I'll never prune it back again because I know they're kind of scrawny. But, yeah, the daylilies. The daylilies are growing really nice. Look at those. The dogs jumping over them all the time, and they're just doing great. Amazing with the fountain in the area. And the junipers here are the same as the cedars there. I'm not going to be pruning them for a few more years. This one here does not get pruned anymore. It had a severe dieback, along with all the others in town. And everything, it was a bush, full bush to the ground up, full. Couldn't see through it at all. So it ran all the way down around the ground and up. But everything out was completely dead. So that's all that survived of it. It looks real nice now, but this is in like big time testing stage. This is not getting touched for a long time. Long time. probably possibly ever, because I just want to let it go again, grow naturally, and see what happens. But it looks amazing in the space. Look at that. These have grown so prolifically. Look at how big the leaves are on this thing. I've never seen it produce something like this. So these things, the stem is so thick. So every year I've been pruning around here, things are starting to grow a little better. It seems. Just an amazing plant, and it's going to produce a lot of bloom stalks this year, I think. It's already produced more growth than it has last year. Same with this one here. They kind of droop in the heat, but I'm trying to do my best to water them. You want them to have that little bouncy appearance. It means they've got enough water in them. That one's doing well as well now that we have the hose moved out and we're not stepping on it. The reason it's smaller is because we stepped on it so many times. And the dogs are a concern, as you see. They always step on things, but usually plants can come back. This thing's big weed eating too. I missed that area when I did. Over here we have some issues, and only in one bush. This one's coming out as expected. Some of these are weird. We've had them for so many years. They all do the same thing, but they all fill out at the end of the season. So it's not wrong with it. It's just how they are. Some branches appear dead, then all of a sudden they explode. It's just weird. Spireas are like that. But that one is looking real nice. It's got that different color. And then this one here, look at that. This one's always the fullest instantly. Just amazing look there. So we can take a look at that. Amazing. This one over here now, as you can see, it is leafing out in some other areas, but there's a big problem with the sprinkler system. We had to dig the whole area up, and it stressed it really bad, and it's consistently flooding over here. Look at that, constantly flooding. So I bet it's getting overwatered too. So that area is probably going to be screwed, but those other two plants are doing great and will continue to do great. This area's had a lot of adjustments since we installed the potty area, where there was also 4 or 5 other plants in the potty area, but they've been gone for years now. So this area had plants torn out as well and systems removed, so I'm glad those 2 plants are doing well. This yard's had a lot of stuff happen after the dogs have arrived. But this juniper is appearing very nicely. I don't want to touch it, there's spiders all over on it. Look at that. The nice effect I'm getting out of that spruce, or that juniper, especially visible from this angle here. This is really cool because this one was so large that it hung, see where it's dead right there? It hung all the way over there. You couldn't even see this barrier all the way across. And it's very controlled right now. That grass is usually even around it, and I did a big weed eat on that, so very controlled right now and looks very nice with that new growth. So this one was huge, and it's filling in as well in the dead zone areas that were cut. But over here, it was so large it'll never fully fill in again. But I actually don't mind it a little bit like that with that brownish in there. It kind of looks more naturally. So this is just an amazing plant. You can see we did get some winter scorch there, but that'll be okay. It'll all grow in again. These, which was very surprising, I gotta get on the sun, which were very surprising because I thought they were dead. Oh, no green in the stem, no nothing. But sure enough, they're not dead. They're alive. This one's growing really well. They're getting old though, and I'm too scared to cut them back since I'm getting results from that one, but not enough. So I'm gonna leave them alone right now, just because they are producing still. Look at the green. Look at the tops there. Pretty nice for the lilac or the potentilla. If we look at these, talk about cutting back. These ones were cut back severely. They had a bunch of galls and ants all over them. So, yeah, just an amazing plant here. A lot of growth off the dogwood. So this is an ivory halo dogwood. See all the new growths popping out. This is gonna be a lot better than what it was before. You can still see some of the old evident galls along the stem down there. But those will be just the base for everything. The top's gonna have all new growth now. This one too, I decided this was a big one. And I decided I'm gonna take it back too. So they're both back. It's been a long time since we've had no plants by this fountain. But rest assured, they're gonna come up real nicely, probably even nicer. It does look really weird not having big plants by that fountain, but they will come back. Oh, it's bugs all over me. This one here, now you can see there's a little more dieback in the plant. But it still looks real nice on the top. I did do a little bit of separating in there and clearing. I needed to do more, but it leaves a little space, but at least it's not any more dead stuff in there. So this one's kind of the same. Let me take a look, step back and look at that. Kind of over here. Pretty nice. So there's that area. This here, the Mugo Pine. Look at that one. All the candles on it is just insane. You can see how long in this area gets so hot, you guys. So hot. I am baking right here. Yesterday it was 10 times hotter. So look at how long some of the candles are already on this plant. Amazing. Putting on amazing growth. And I'm going to let these continue to grow without ever cutting them. Because I originally thought this one would start growing, but it croaked. Which I'll get to that one in a minute though. But, excuse me, just amazing candles on this tree. Look at that, rising above the surface. And they're all over the back too. And they're not producing any cones yet, but I did see a little pollen. I don't know if it's just blowed off from other trees or what, but just an amazing bush right there. I'm getting hot right in this corner. This one is producing growth, as you can see. Look at that. There is growth being produced, but it's only out of this little section. I have got stuff all over me. One little growth here, and then the rest in this little L-type section here, and that's it. I'm not seeing any more growth out of this, so that means the root system is pretty far gone. But we'll just see what that can come of that, if it can do anything. This one here, now this Mugo Pine is very healthy as well, but it's got more of a compact, less growth habit on it. So you can see here we got some long candles that are already actually needling out a lot more than the other bush, probably reaching that maturity, and that one wants to grow even faster. So this one here, you can see in the middle, there's a lot of shorter little candles because it's just so compact, which gives it that nice look. Not much you can do. I'm not going to go cut holes in it, so we're just going to let that one grow slower. Probably going to start growing faster around the corners there, but we're going to let them go naturally. This one over there is filling out more evenly because it's got more space. But yeah, both really nice plants. They're one you can let go naturally, and they'll do what's best for themselves. So yeah, I think that's the area, guys. We're gonna do that. That area over there is pretty good too. You can see the aspen trees are nice and green now, and along with the big northern mountain ash over there. So see you guys in the next one.